What's going on, party people? Doo-doo-doo. Get that into there. Done. Who all is here? Who all is here? Test, test. Mic check, 1, 2, 12. Who all is here? Who all is here? Boom. Okay. Before I get into the details, let's do a little promotion for this thing here. I'm going to share this on Twitter, Facebooks, all those fun things. I literally just walked in the door from the performance tonight. Shalala Joseph, you're doing fine. You and your dream coat ahead of your time. Go, 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 Joseph. Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Technicolor is not in the play at all. That's interesting. See team guide. Dream coat. Theater. Geek. Theater. The Atra. Geek. That's enough for now. Throw that there. So we go to the groups. Got a few people watching right now. In the meantime, the in-between time, I am going to share this around a couple of different places. I don't think it'll be enough to do that. I'm going to share it there. Share it there. Share it there. Share it there. If anybody's still up at this point. I gotta remember, I'm on the West Coast. There are a lot of people in other time zones that are not up right now. Also, it's a Saturday night. And there are people that are out and about and, like, having fun, like, you know, people should be doing. Let's see. Actors, TV. Actors. I know he can't hear me over there. My neighbor who literally everything, if I fuck around and cough too loudly, he'll knock on the wall. I've essentially moved my life to the living room now because of that. So I can get some noise canceling stuff up. If I'm, you know what? If I'm even going to stay here, I don't even know if I'm going to stay here. Honestly, that's a whole other thing. That's a whole other stream or video if I decide to do it. So I don't really know what's happening yet. Let's see here. Now I'm just vamping so I can get to all the places where I'm going to actually put this and try to save it. Pharaoh story. Pharaoh story. Pharaoh story. Pharaoh story. Am I going to get copyright written for singing a song out loud? Possibly. Even though there's no music behind it. Copyright's so strange. As it seems, there's been a run of crazy dreams. And the man who can interpret will go far. Ah. Ah. It could become a star. Could be famous, could be a big success. Could be famous, could be a big success. Joseph, Joseph, Pharaoh number 2. Joseph, Joseph, Egypt looks to you, Joseph. Pharaoh's number 2. Joseph. Egypt looks to you. More vamping. As we wait for a couple more people to come in. If there's anybody who is coming in. Oh, yeah, that is one there. Oh. Come here to find the actors that are hard to point around. Ask more for film. Joseph, Pharaoh's number 2. Joseph, Egypt looks to you. Joseph, Pharaoh's number 2. Joseph, Egypt looks to you. Ah, ooh, 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 ah. Okay, so that's pretty much all of the advertising. And I can do. But this is more about getting thoughts out than anything else. This is more about getting some watch time on this channel than anything else. But yes, we are post third performance of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, courtesy of the Canyon Theater Guild here in Santa Clarita, California. Second weekend, third performance, Saturday night. Boy, howdy. I didn't get, you know what? I didn't get a chance to update you guys. I didn't get a chance to say anything or mention anything about the actual opening night, which was interesting and very hectic. I did get the nervous. Maybe I should actually start drinking before I actually start talking. I didn't get a chance to. I was actually very nervous the night of. I don't know if I was very nervous. I was focused. I was like in my zone. I was in a zone. I had Futuristics, the greatest, bumping in my earpiece. Shout out to Futuristic. Matter of fact, here. But I had that bumping on the way to the theater. I had my mind just kind of zoned in on what I needed to do. Here's the thing. I was kind of too focused on actually being nervous that I didn't actually get to be nervous. Here, shout out to Futuristic. I didn't get a chance to actually be nervous. At least not totally. I got to that point eventually, but it wasn't the point that I'm used to being nervous at. I'm used to being nervous pretty much the entire, not day, but like once I'm in the space to act. I didn't have time for it, honestly. I didn't really have time for it the second night either, and I really didn't have time for it tonight either. It was interesting. There was too much to do to be nervous, and I can imagine that being a good thing for a lot of people. For me, I really feed off those nerves. But the first and second night, to me, I had a lot of fun the first and second night. Tonight, I don't know if I'm too close to it. No, because I remember the first night and second night. I remember the feeling afterwards. And the first night we went out to a cast party, and that was pretty fun. But I don't remember. I didn't really have those nerves tonight, and that's, you know. But again, I was I was in my zone. Like, I was bumping RVD's theme song from WWE. Shout out to Rob Van Dam. On my way in to the theater tonight. Here, shout out to Rob Van Dam. On my way to the theater tonight. Let me move this so I'm not shaking it so much. On my way to the theater tonight, there were notes in my head because we did a pickup rehearsal rather, on Wednesday. So I had notes in my head of what needed to be done to meet those notes and hit those notes. And actually, I had a wardrobe malfunction before anything else. So I was too focused on that to even really be nervous, which actually should have made me nervous. The wardrobe malfunction should have made me nervous, but it didn't. I was too focused on that. So actually, I had to have a couple wardrobe malfunctions. No, I had one wardrobe malfunction before the show and one after the show, or during the show. So the first one was the drawstring on the pants that I wear. So I got a pair of pants. I wear this drawstring on, and the drawstring was flimsy the day we got it. Nothing to do with, not blaming casting or anything like that. This is just how they're made. The drawstring was kind of flimsy. So I pull it tight, snaps. It's like, really? Like, come on, dog. Like, how strong am I? I haven't been to the gym in a while. I'm like, did I really? Am I this strong? Did I eat my spinach today? Apparently I did. Then I snapped him. So, and that was 20 minutes, half hour before the show starts. And I'm like, oh, shucks. Now, the thing about it is, it was, it was early enough so that it could be fixed, and I knew what the problem was. I just needed to get the rest of the drawstring through. I just didn't have a wire hanger to do it. I've done it before. When you wash, here's the thing: if you have a drawstring on your pants and you wash them enough, right, and you don't tie it before you wash them, a lot of times somewhere in the dryer, like, it's lost into the shorts or pants that you're wearing if you don't tie them already. So I knew how to fix it. I just needed a wire hanger. But I didn't have a wire hanger. So, but I took the wardrobe, and I was like, okay. And I hadn't put my makeup on at all. I hadn't really prepared yet. And just everything kind of rushed through to the very end of it. To the very end of getting ready. I, again, didn't have time to be nervous. Which, again, for most people is a good thing. I need those nerves. And it's funny, you would think not having the time to be nervous would make me nervous. Except it doesn't. That calmness, like, it's a different kind of, it's not nerves, it's not even, I'm at the point in my life, I'm old enough to know what's going to happen a lot of the times before it happens. So the time where I should be nervous, the things that should make me nervous, or the things that used to make me nervous, now I'm just like, that old meme, like, shit, here we go again. Like, I'm not nervous for a performance. This may not end well. I do my damnedest to try to make sure that it does end well. I really do. I really do my best to try to make sure that it does end well, and I think that kind of comes through. I think. Let's see if I can do it this way. It won't let me. It won't let me. Okay. So I think I do my best to try to make sure that I make it through. But it's weird. It's weird when I don't have that extra energy. And I tried to do everything that I could to get that extra energy, but for some reason before the show I didn't have that extra energy. But I feel like I was able to fake it enough on stage tonight. I feel like I hit pretty much the points that I needed to hit. I feel like I listened to the notes. I feel like I got the notes. I feel like I executed the game plan relatively well tonight. I feel like a player at the end of the game. I feel like I get the notes. I feel like I sang pretty well. The other team was out there. They worked pretty hard. Can't take anything away from them. They work hard. Shout out to the other team. But I feel like what happened was we came out, we executed tonight. We just executed a little bit more. That's it. 60 minutes is a 6-minute game. You got to play all 60 minutes. And we played all 60 minutes. And tonight we came out on top. How do they do it? It's always the same answers, and yet their entire networks dedicated. They're people that spend gas money and time and energy and cell phone data usage to put their phones in front of these people's faces, record the audio, send it to an editor somewhere, and it's like they didn't say anything at all. But anyway, I'm gonna try not to not say anything tonight. Fast forward to the second half. One problem I'm running into, and I need to tomorrow go to the theater early and talk to the makeup people, is they gave me some makeup tips, right? Put the makeup on, put the powder on, and actually get some mascara. Ladies, here's a tip for you. Get the mascara and brush out your beards before a date. That'll impress the dudes. The mascara to help brush it out and connect the parts of my beard that can't connect because I can't grow a beard as a grown-ass man. I can have a beard, but I can't have a beard, apparently. But connect the patchy parts of it with the mascara. Problem is, I'm wearing a white shirt. And no matter how carefully I am with putting the shirt on, the stuff I do on stage at some point means the mascara is going to get on the shirt. So, I need to have a come to, well, maybe not Jesus, but Thespis meeting, since it's a theater. I need to have a come to Thespis meeting with the makeup people and say, okay, listen, either I'm not doing this right, or something's got to, or I can't do it anymore, because something's got to give. I can't keep running to the bathroom in intermission with soap and water to wash out the mascara on my beard. It's a weird sentence. And try to wave or iron it out before the second half of the show. I can't. Something's got to give. Something's got to give with that. So that's one thing. The tempo of this one, the tempo of tonight, as far as music was concerned, was at a fairly fast clip. And it was interesting how fast a clip it was for most of the night. I wonder how fast we clocked in at, honestly. And actually, one thing that should have made me nervous that I completely forgot about until just now was that we were taped tonight. We had a video crew come in, or one or two people come in with the video crew and officially get the tape for tonight. And I think we're going to have one again tomorrow afternoon. So that should have really made me nervous, but again, I didn't have time to think about the stuff that I would like to have had time to think about to get me really into that space that I need to get into. I will say, as far as our performance overall as an ensemble, and I'm not going to point anybody out. I'm not going to say anything negative about any of my co-stars. I'm going to say, as an ensemble, because this includes myself, the extra tempo, the faster tempo of the songs at certain points got everybody. I feel like it got everybody on stage at a certain point. The extra tempo, I feel like, got everybody, including myself. There's one number. There are a couple of numbers. No, let's see. That number, I know I wasn't in. I wasn't in this place in the spot I normally am. By the end of it, and yeah, I feel like that was it. Yeah, there was one number in particular. Our big number, my big number before intermission. I know I wasn't in the right spot. I know I wasn't where I was supposed to be. I know it. I know it. I know it. I know. I know. I know. I know. Thanos. I know. I know I wasn't in the right spot, or not in the spot where I usually am, because we just, as an ensemble, we just didn't get there. One of the things I would have liked for us to have been able to do, but we didn't really get the chance to do, is work with the orchestra more. We worked with the orchestra once. We rehearsed with the orchestra once, twice, twice. May have been twice, and that's it. And like just before the show, and like that's it. I feel like I don't know what it's like in other performances, in other theaters, in other avenues, but and whatever changes they made tonight were things that we had to go along with. Now that tested our mettle as actors, and I feel like I did okay. I feel like all of us in general did okay, but I feel like we all did okay. That makes sense. We all did okay in that regard. I don't think us as a unit really hit what we wanted to hit tonight. But that gives us the chance to hit it tomorrow. And I think another thing that caused that was this is the first week without a week's worth of performances, literally right in front of our performance. A week's worth of rehearsals, literally right in front of our performance. This is the first week, because last week we were rehearsed all the way up to Friday night before going on Saturday night. This is our first show where we only had one rehearsal on Wednesday. And that was our last final end of rehearsal. So now we got to really test our mettle for the next, oh my gosh, couple of weeks until the 11th to make sure that we are where we're supposed to be and remember what we're supposed to remember and are in that spot and know the spots that we're supposed to be in and know the notes that we're supposed to hit and know all of it. There were a couple of things that I noticed, there's a certain reaction that I have near the end of my time on stage in the first half as one of the brothers in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat that didn't get the reaction that it has in the past, that I'm used to it getting, which is one of those things that can either get me to the point where I overcompensate tomorrow or try to hit it right within that range where it's supposed to be and where it was the last two performances. Consciously, I have to make sure I don't oversell it or I don't overdo it and beg the audience to give me the reaction that they had given me naturally the other performances. So I got to watch that myself. And it comes off of my reaction to something else that's happening on stage. The note didn't hit quite. The note didn't hit. The joke didn't hit as well as it normally does. Now, conversely, I am part of a trio in the second half, and I think I hit my notes pretty well tonight. Actually, I got compliments or comfort from the music directors the other nights but I actually feel like I hit them well tonight. I think so. So that was a plus. There were a couple of spots that I think I did better at in terms of fixing the notes. But overall, tonight's performance was an interesting one, and I think will dictate what we do tomorrow afternoon as a unit. I think I'm going to ask if the tempo changes are going to be permanent, or at least if they worked enough so that they're going to be in the performance tomorrow. I have to talk to the makeup chick, the makeup people, chicks, multiple makeup people, in terms of the costume, because I can't keep letting I can't do that to our poor costume people. I can't have it look like I just rolled in charcoal, and I can't have it look like I just had an eyeliner fight or a mascara fight at the end of every act in this play until the end, until closing night. I can't do that to them. I like them too much. It would just be rude of me to do that. Actually, there's one more person I could have done that to. I'll do that to her right now. Actually, there's another person I could share this with. I'm going to share this with her right now, although she's probably busy. But yeah, I can't do that to them. The crowds have been relatively steady from what I could see. I'm on stage. I have no glasses. I can kind of just see amorphous shapes out there. Actually, not even. I see blackness, I see dots, and I see a couple of lights. And that works for me. Because if I'm looking you dead in the eye on a performance like that... Actually, no, that's not true. I've been on stage with my glasses before. I prefer to not. I prefer to just have the... Especially if it's strangers. I prefer to just because that's how I started. There was a long period of time where I performed, no matter what, I performed without my glasses on. Long period of time. Matter of fact, I think the first videos on this channel, and you can go back and check. I'll wait. You can go back and check. The first videos on this channel were me without my glasses, I think. Because I just had a history of never wearing my glasses when I perform. Certainly didn't do it in wrestling. They'd break. Are you kidding? Certainly not. Didn't do it when I played football, obviously. Although there are people who do. There were kids that at least now do. And I'm like, what? You're nuts. You're nuts. Yeah, but no, I'd have it, and certainly not in some places. I certainly don't wear my glasses when I'm performing. But yeah, I feel like tonight was. I feel like tonight was a learning experience in so much as I was prepared enough so that I didn't completely humiliate, so that it was okay. I was prepared enough so that I would overall give my section of the performance a passing grade. I didn't feel as excited as I did the first two nights, but they're the first two nights. Maybe some of the sheen is wearing off of being back on stage for the first time in 16 years. Maybe. I hope it doesn't, though. And there are certain points where it didn't. When I, at the end of certain numbers, sit there and I heard the reaction from the crowd and saw the clapping, hey, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. And at the end, where we give the bows, that's pretty cool. That's probably the realest I am on that stage, honestly, is when we're giving the bows and thanking the audio people and the orchestra. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So tomorrow, I am going to be prepared for fast tempo Joseph, super fast tempo Joseph. I.e., you ever heard the mega mix? Like that for the rest of the show, and then when we actually get to the mega mix, turn that up. That's just it's something I'm definitely gonna have to get used to, but it's something I think I can. And we don't have a lot of time to get used to it too. That in and of itself should also give me the nerves that I need to push forward. Maybe part of it is I'm too prepared. You know, I'm too prepared when I get to the theater. Like I know what I need to do. I go and I do it. I'm not that. It's not a thing about being a nervous wreck. I need some semblance of nerves before I go out there, I think. And I don't know. It's just it's a different environment performing here than performing pretty much anywhere else. The only other closest thing I could say to it would be there are certain periods when I was doing wrestling that were kind of like that, where there was so much going on pre-show in terms of what needed to be done on my end, right? Not so much the backstage politics bullshit or you didn't set up the ring, bro. You didn't set up the ring, even though there were 87 other people here to set up the ring that were just standing there waiting. No, but those times where there was legitimately things I needed to do beforehand that I didn't have enough time to get nervous about anything. I didn't have enough time to psych myself up. All I could do was do what I needed to do. Get my guy ready, look at how much time we had, look at the match in front of us, see that they were going, get myself ready, do a promo beforehand maybe, get some of my guests where they were supposed to be, talk over the plan with with people in my match, whatever. There were different things I needed to do beforehand that occupied so much of my space that I couldn't get into that excited mode. And that's what happened tonight. And I hope that tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. at College of the Canyons in Santa Clarita, California, I hope that there's a space. I hope that there's a couple of minute space where I can, in fact, psych myself up. Where I can, in fact, get myself ready. And maybe there will be, because I plan on being there early tomorrow. So actually, there might actually be. But, who knows? Well, party people, I feel like that's the end of this particular update in the Joseph Chronicles. I appreciate you coming on board. Tell me if you have ever, in fact, been to a play. Tell me if you've ever seen Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, what you thought about it. Actually, this is a live stream. Over there, is that where over there is? No. It's over there on the, or if you're watching this on mobile, it is down there in the comment/chat section. If you're watching this after it's live, then it is, in fact, down there in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that Patreon link, baby. Hit that Subscribestar link, baby. Hit that PayPal link, baby. I should do Venmo link, honestly. Probably should. There's probably another way you can help support the channel. I'm going to add that to the videos. Venmo link. Why not? I'm Surreal469 on literally everything, baby. You can hit me up on all of those platforms. Do that, that. Share with your friends. Like, share, subscribe. Come see us at College of the Canyons. We are going to be there on these dates. So, tomorrow at 2 p.m., College of the Canyons. Tickets are start as low as $12 for adults, $10 for kids. How about that? On a Sunday afternoon. Sunday, 2 p.m. Next Saturday, the 3rd at 8 p.m. That Sunday at 2 p.m. Saturday, the 10th at 2. And closing show, August 11th at 2 p.m. Come support. Come support. Come support. And until next time, cheers.